I just remember growing up in Atlanta, a lot of things were thrusted in our eyes and eyesights, in school, and you would see guys wearing this, girls wearing this. And, I would always see that. And even though I didn't necessarily have the financial capital to attain those things, I still dreamt of doing what I could for balling on a budget, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They're going to talk about you regardless. I'm learning.
This beautiful melanin goddess that's before me. Hello.
Coming up on another act, I chat with NFL superstar Cam Newton about his talk show host dreams and, of course, his eye-turning fashion takes on any given Sunday.
Cam, congratulations on your deal with BET. Sip and Smoke, it's turning some heads in the digital space. How did this partnership even come to fruition in the first place?
Kind of going about to see of what are my interests. And, what's crazy is I've been on one side of the spectrum of being interviewed for so long. I felt that it was kind of time that, if given the opportunity, which BET gave us the opportunity to, and I'm so grateful for that, to highlight different people's personalities, different people that you may have seen for so long, but may not have known certain things about it. And they gave us the opportunity to do it.
What are your ambitions with your production company? Are you looking to enter like a film and television space and doing more work like that too?
Oh, without a doubt. We're actually in talks of dropping, a documentary here that's produced and directed, by myself and the members of my production company. A lot of people get, and this is not to take any shots or jabs, but a lot of people get executive producer rights. But I really want to be kind of hands-on for the most part and direct it for how I like it and envision it.
Yeah. You've been successful with creating your own lane in front of the camera, even before teaming up with BET. Why do you think what you bring to in front of the camera has worked and been so successful for you?
I don't know. I always want to promote, being uniquely you. And a lot of times, people, whether it's a meme, whether it's a joke, whether it's, whatever, person can never say Camden did do it his way. And it's not being an outlaw. It's not being, this renegade. I just want to promote uniqueness and no matter where you are, no matter how you are, if you have a passion, act upon it and do it your own way.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking specifically also about Cam Newton, the fashion plate, because your fashion sense is unique and is avant-garde. Tell me a little bit about that. What did it take for you to get there to be comfortable enough to express yourself the way that you do through your fashion?
They're going to talk about you regardless. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say, Miss Carter, you got on a black shirt. You should have worn green. You wear the green shirt, Miss Carter. Green. It's sunny outside. Why would you wear that? You should have wore yellow. You wear yellow and it's like, oh my God, it's too bright. You know what I'm saying? So for me, where I stand, it's like, man, I'm going to be able to look that person in the mirror and smile and just be in, have this exuberance of appreciation for the things that God has given me. And that's what I'm gonna do. I could care less if another person likes it or not. I'm comfortable in my own skin. And that's pretty much all that matters.
I love that. What does it take for you to sign off on an ensemble? What is it that you look for? And where does your fashion sense come from? Who are your inspirations?
It's all about details for me. I'm the type of person is, you see my belt because I want you to see my belt. You see the t-shirt because I want you to see the t-shirt. You see the bandana that's peeking out, my back pocket or around my neck because I want you to see it. And I just remember growing up in Atlanta, a lot of things were thrusted in our eyes and eyesights, in school, and you would see guys wearing this, girls wearing this. And I would always see that. And even though I didn't necessarily have the financial capital to attain those things, I still dreamt of doing what I could for balling on a budget, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up in the church. My father's a preacher, still is a bishop. Even though the Bible says, come as you are, my grandma wasn't allowing me to come in there with no gym shorts and no flip-flops. We had to wear slacks, Southern church where, you had to iron it out, and, shoes has to be polished and things like that. So I know how to tie a tie, I know how to tie a bow tie, I know, the right length of certain things. And I really take pride into doing those things. So yeah, I think that's where it kind of stemmed from.
Yeah. So growing up on any given Sunday, Cam Newton was always wearing something interesting fashion wise, is what I just took away from that, I think.
Absolutely.
I love that. So tell me about the show. How did you come up with this concept?
Well, I have a cigar lounge that's in Atlanta where we shot it at. And I always found myself, well, anybody who indulges in cigars knows that it's a different kind of vibe that you get. This vibe where, I'm going to be here for a while and I'm going to enjoy it. And in my cigar lounge, I would always be, kind of circled around different people, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a member of the lounge, or just a person that's just visiting. And you had these dope conversations that I wanted to kind of incorporate to the show. We had the likenesses of Steve Harvey. And for him to talk about, where he's come from, how he feels as a father, that was kind of wowing for me. We always see him on Family Feud.
No, dog, you'll die for them.
Real talk.
See, that's what cats out here be running their mouth. You ain't willing to die for what you saying, but I'm willing to die over what you said.
Comedian, mogul, best-selling author, actor, the list goes on. He's a legend, Steve Harvey.
Even for 2 Chainz, a person that I've looked up to for a long time, being and coming from Atlanta, for him to have so many business ventures, and it's so much that you can find out about a person, and that's what I wanted to do.
That album just clicked on all cylinders. Like 5 records went platinum or above, and it was just I recorded that album differently than I recorded any other project ever.
Yeah.
In the way I did it, and it worked. It's weird how that worked.
Did you grow up watching a lot of talk shows, and are you extracting maybe some of what you saw as a kid and applying it to this series?
If given the opportunity, I would really want to be the modern day version of the Arsenio Hall show.
Okay.
His show was so dope and was just so laid back, and he brought out a different side of each guest. And of course, Oprah was the best to ever do it, but yet having an intimate kind of vibe to it, to where you could be yourself. There's a trust in the environment where I understand where you're coming from. I'm not just trying to sell a show. I'm just trying to sell you. Yeah.
I was going to ask, do you think that this will change how you are as an interviewee? When people are asking probing questions, does the process of being an interviewer maybe change how you look at the profession and maybe what your conversations are like with journalists?
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's able to cope with Miss Kelley Carter right now, it's me. Everybody's different. Even though you don't know them personally, you just basically started from scratch. You didn't know how I would be. You didn't know, if I was going to be going through something mentally and personally, that I'm dry. How you doing today, Cam? Good. What you got going on? Tell me about Sip and Smoke. Go watch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different, man. And given who you are at that particular point in time, or that side of you, you will hope that you can bring out, more, and you guys can go back and forth, kind of like a sparring match or, ping pong. So.
Is the thought to take this from a digital series to maybe a late night series or something that we see on television?
One of my regrets, and it's nothing that BET could have done. It was, I just wanted more time, and we're crunching a 30-minute session down to 15, 17 minutes. And it was amazing, the experience, even being a part of that, seeing that, oh man, why y'all didn't put this part in? Or how are y'all able to simultaneously, mesh these different things together? I'm learning, as I'm going. So I just know if given an opportunity for a longer format, I'm able to even blossom some more with bringing out more intel and details, for the next campaign. So this is a blast to BET. Let's get this second season rocking and rolling, and make it longer too.
Okay. Who's a dream guest for you?
Denzel,
Okay. Why Denzel?
man, listen, his vernacular, his wordplay, his confidence, him being cerebral, he's so witty and smart that if given the opportunity to kind of talk, I just would love to just capture that. And he's been through so many decades and decades and decades of success. He's doing something right.
Cam Newton, he is more than an athlete. He is a talk show host
Yeah.
and knows a thing or two about good cigars. So thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me today. I do appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Miss Kelley. You have an unbelievable day.